Hi Scorpio, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your annual forecast for 2016. Scorpios, it's quite an exciting month for you. There's a lot of movement that is happening and a lot of churn as well that's happening for a lot of you. We have Uranus that has been there in a part of your chart that has to do with your day-to-day activities. It has to do with your health, and Uranus carries on being over here, highlighting this part of your chart until about March 2019. And this particular transit is going to be making you not just restless. That's a typical Uranian energy. Now Uranus is he's the teen planet, he's the wild boy of astrology, so he brings about a lot of unpredictability, he brings about a lot of chaos and a lot of restlessness in it. So as far as your day-to-day activities are concerned, Uranus is just going to be putting everything upside down, and he's going to be, because this house is quite a boring, it's quite a mundane house, and Uranus is not really happy being over there, but he just sort of is going to be forcing you rather to be flexible. So your schedules are going to get changed last minute, your appointments can fall, and you can try your level best to be really organized, but that is not going to be happening. And even as far as your health is concerned, as far as gymming is concerned or sticking to a diet is concerned, you'll find it that it's being really hard. You know, one day, say 1 week you're eating really healthy, and the next week you're just sort of binging on junk food. And this during this phase as well, and since Uranus is there for till about 2019, you will find that that you're at a stretch, you're really working hard at something, and then all of a sudden you lose interest in it, and you will also be needing work that gives you plenty of freedom and allows you to work at your own schedule. It's a time, Scorpios, where you're going to be interested in unusual ways of approaching your health and taking up alternative practice as well. Now Saturn is there in your house of earned income, and Saturn is there for the next 2 years in this part of your chart, and Saturn is going to be making you take a practical approach as far as your money is concerned, and this is with this particular phase of Saturn being there, you can feel quite financially insecure. You could feel that you don't have sufficient funds with you, or you could generally feel quite financially strapped around this time. Now the thing with Saturn is, a lot of us, get really worried and say that, oh God, Saturn is there and things are not going to be moving. The truth is that Saturn merely brings about situations, circumstances which we have either been ignoring and we've been refusing to look at them. And Saturn, what it does is that it just sort of creates more situations around us, more experiences that can hence force us to change. And for you, because the focus has come on money, it can be, and this, because this is not other people's money, Scorpio. This is your own money. This is the money which you're able to earn, which you're able to generate. And this is very closely linked with your own sense of self-worth. So there can be that you may feel that your self-worth has taken a beating. You may feel that because you're not able to earn an X amount, you're lesser of a person. So over here, in the next 2 years, it's also going to be Saturn's role to be able to make you understand to keep both the things separate, your sense of self away from the kind of money that you're able to generate. And though, I mean, irrespective of that, you can feel quite financially insecure, and it can be that you could be, you can sort of get into a mode wherein that you will just say that, oh no, I need to hoard, I need to save, and you start sort of cutting costs at all the angles. But it can also be that if you are willing to work hard, and if you're really and the thing with Saturn is an extremely karmic thing, so anything kind of a manipulation, it can just sort of have a boomerang effect on you, Scorpios. And with this particular thing, with this energy, if you're willing to work hard, and if you're really rolling up your sleeves and you're doing your job, Saturn, by the time that it leaves your house by the end of 2017, it's going to be leaving a gift for a lifetime for you, Scorpios. It's something that he really rewards you for your hard work. And Saturn just wants to see effort, Scorpios. It's not that he's this torturer sitting over there and saying, I want to make people suffer and let me see how it is. He merely is trying to, because you're refusing to change, he's just creating all these situations so that you can take better control of your life. And over a period of time, you will find that your life has become far more financially secure than it was earlier for you. Now, Jupiter is there in your house of friends, and Jupiter is there in the first 9 months of September, so you can find that you are, you're networking more, you're socializing, or even friends are sort of being quite helpful over here. And you can find that your social calendar is really full and there are new opportunities that are there for you. Some of you can join a new group during this time, or even work hard towards a new cause that can really pick up. And the humanitarian in you is going to be coming out, Scorpios, and you would want to help the world in some way. And you can also join a charitable group around this time. And whatever that you do, you would want to be around people, and you would want to share similar interests that you do. And it's also a time wherein that, because there's a lot of churn and sifting that's happening, you could be having quite an optimistic view about the future, despite whatever it is that could be happening around you. There's just going to be this sense of knowing that things are going to be okay for you, that you're going to be fine. And I think that that's an extremely important thing for you in 2016, Scorpios, that the knowledge, that deep insight that you're going to be okay. I think it's extremely important. And you're also going to be very open to things that are original, that are inventive, eccentric, and unique. And you are going to be willing to embrace your individuality during this time as well. Now, on September 10th, we have Jupiter that is moving into your house of behind the scenes spirituality. And it's going to be staying there till about October 17. Now, what this does is, when transit Jupiter is there in this part of your chart, which is about it's about your psyche, it's about dealing with people that is behind the scenes, it's about research. And this is a time that you can sort of focus on the habits that you have finally let go of. It's also the house of addictions in certain cases, and you will find that you're lesser self-destructive. And this phase for you this shift begins for you around the 10th of September, and it can be that for some of you, there's too much of an emotional baggage that you've been carrying, and you'll find that finally you're sort of able to let go. This is really the house of letting go, Scorpio. So with all the stuff that is there, maybe stuff from the past, maybe there's a trauma that is there, maybe there's a childhood issue that is there that has been worrying you, and all that baggage is now going to be sort of that you've been carrying around is going to be getting sorted right now for you. And also you're going to be lesser afraid of dealing with things that are hidden inside you. This also is a house of self-undoing. So with Jupiter being over there, it can happen so that certain secrets just come out in the open. They really get accentuated, and people really come to know about it. And you may not want to discuss it in certain cases, but it can get quite public around this time. And also, I think to a certain extent, you need to sort of do the spring cleaning of your mind, Scorpios, around this time. So let it go. Don't get too hassled that that one knows or this one knows and what is going to be happening. It's a brilliant time as well to be doing some meditation, to be going in for some therapy, and it's a time wherein that you are going to be you're going to be really exploring your spirituality to the fullest, Scorpios. You're just going to be wanting to maybe be with a group that follows a certain religion or an ideology or a spirituality, and you would want to be a part of that. On March 9th, we have a solar eclipse in Pisces, and that's happening in your house of love, romance, and creativity and children. And now the interesting thing is that in this particular house, you also have Neptune for the next 7 years. And Neptune has been there. So and solar eclipse energy is a newer energy. It's a new moon energy. That means something new, a new opportunity is coming about. And it can be that, you are... there is an opportunity to be happy again. There's an opportunity for a newer relationship. Maybe there's an opportunity to be rekindling the old relationship with a newer energy. Maybe your older relationship gets rekindled around this time. But this is just a time of a hope, and it's a time wherein that you will be wanting to let your hair loose, and you would want to have fun with your friends, and you can be really attracted to people also who are living in the moment, and you're also going to be attracted by people who are really unconventional around this time as well. This house, because it also rules romance, it can be that besides rekindling your old relationship or your old romance, there's also possibility of a completely new romance as well for some of you. And it's a time, if you have been keen on somebody and you've had an eye out on someone, do go ahead and do sort of ask them out. And good time to be mingling. And this in any case is a house of children, so kids are going to be bringing a lot of happiness over here. And it can be or it can also be they may require some additional attention around this time. So it can be that maybe your child is too creative, or maybe your child is going through some stuff and you need to be sorting it out for the child. With Neptune being over there in this part of your chart, there's just that I think the challenge is going to be there of not seeing the people that you're dating for who they are and as they are. And there is just this sense of viewing them with rose-tinted glasses, Scorpios. So I think some of you are going to be having a hard time falling in love with the right people. Now, there is really no right or wrong, but really people who are deserving of it and who won't take advantage of you. So that can be an issue. And also there will be a need to be sort of saving people, that you would want to sacrifice yourself in doing so. You would want to say, I will give up my life, but I will save this person. So this entire thing with the Neptune plays a lot of sense of unreality around it, Scorpio. So you need to be taking some grip around your love area, especially. Around the March 23rd, we have a lunar eclipse, and that is happening in your house of spirituality again. And lunar eclipse is the full moon energy, which is a completion. It's a fruition of things. And it can... this particular house can force you to deal with the subconscious, and it's a good time for therapy. And you may be tempted to suppress your emotions around this time, but it can just lead to more problems or even a breakdown. And it's during March, and with this full moon energy, you are going to be feeling really, really intensely, Scorpios. And it can be that things that you have kept hidden inside you, they may just sort of, come up on the surface, and you may just sort of just let it all out. Now, allowing yourself, give yourself permission, Scorpios, even though there is a focus more on finances, but I would say that 2016 is a time to be gentle on yourself. So try and sort of take care, stay away from stress, get plenty of sleep, watch your dreams, and they may be more lucid dreams than usual. And you may for those of you who can remember your dreams in the time, you can actually pick up cues on what is it that you're thinking in a subconscious way. However, don't confuse them with reality, please. They're really two things over here. And they are not literal, but they're figurative representation of our emotions, really. So if you see something like a cobbled pathway, doesn't mean that you pack your bags tomorrow and you run to Europe. I mean, if you can, but the focus is going to be on not stressing yourself too much. Mars is going retrograde from April 18th to June 30th, and Mars goes retrograde every once in couple of years for approximately 80 days, and this is happening in your house of money. That again is Mars is joining Saturn over there, that's there for the next 2.5 years, and then it's going to be finally moving into your own house. Now it's generally because there's a lot of focus on self-worth and there's a lot of focus on self. Do not get into arguments, do not pick up a fight, try not to try not to initiate anything new, and try not to, especially if it's a new job that is there, or if it's a new look at it carefully, read the fine print around this time, and avoid signing a contract in a hurry. Don't start divorce proceedings now, and no lengthy plans of travel as such. Avoid surgeries because Mars rules surgeries. Basically, take your foot off the accelerator. Just get off the treadmill, Scorpios, during this time. Spend, however, what you can do during a Mars retrograde is renovate. You can refine, you can revise, you can retweak, you can research. Do all these things during the retrograde. Just go back to your plans and see as to how it is and what is it that needs to get done. From mid-July to August, it should all be smooth and you can do what you want to. Between May and October, we have a square between Saturn and Neptune, and Saturn is there, of course, in your house of earned income, and Neptune is there in your house of love. Now, Saturn and Neptune in any case don't like each other, and squares are generally, these are positions, aspects which are slightly uncomfortable because they are not in sync, they are not in harmony. So it's just that, the situation is slightly uncomfortable around this time, and you'll find that whether it is a need for self-expression, whether a need for self-worth that is there, and then how it is that you are balancing it with love. And they can be that I think a lot of you are trying to equate your bank balance with your own sense of self. So try not to do that. And even because Saturn somewhere is asking you to get your act in shape, and because Neptune is there, honestly you can't do much. So if your relationships are in a certain way, if they are really hazy, if they're not taking shape, just let them be, Scorpios. Don't push, because Neptune is it's just this hazy planet with no boundaries, no structure. You can't do anything with a Neptune, so there's no point getting frustrated. In June and in July, we have a beautiful trine that is there between Jupiter and Pluto, and it's a gorgeous aspect. You can expect some good news regarding work. There can be some long distance travel. There can be some good fortune by meeting people from overseas as well. And there will be some lovely friends who will be either helping you out, or through networking you have met somebody and that person really comes out and helps you. And it's this entire energy is about, maybe you're starting a project internationally, maybe a lot of focus is there overseas for you, Scorpios. It can also, it's a great time, not just a great time, but you will be able to sort your health out as well, and a lot of healing is there. We are ending 2016 in December by a glorious trine between Uranus and Saturn, and you can expect some good news suddenly as far as money is concerned. Maybe your job comes up suddenly. There can be some accolades at work. You can be maybe suddenly you might just find yourself changing cities or even changing countries, and maybe through certain friends you may just find, it'll be extremely lucky. You may just find the perfect house, you may just find the perfect job. So all of it just sort of fits in very well for you, Scorpio. So quite still some amount of work to be done, but I would say the key thing is to let go of control, Scorpios, and stop being so hard on yourself in 2016. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Scorpios. I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for watching.